Oh, what a month it has been, and we're not even halfway through December. We still haven't even finished all of our Christmas shopping. It is now clear from all of the filings that we have received from Mueller's team and Manhattan prosecutors that investigators are closing in on President Trump. We are told that he is becoming very isolated, and when this happens, we know that he relies closely on his family. That may be a problem, because his family is now under more and more scrutiny. Court filings show that one area where Michael Cohen, where he was very helpful, was the investigation of the Trump Organization, which could mean trouble for the Trump family. Let me explain, because that investigation has been going on for months. It's also the subject of an ongoing grand jury investigation. It all comes back to the original campaign finance charges against Cohen for making or orchestrating payments to porn star Stormy Daniels and Playboy model Karen McDougal to silence them during the 2016 campaign. Prosecutors reference several unnamed Trump Organization executives and employees who directed or participated in a scheme to reimburse Cohen for those payments. We know that he received, meaning Cohen, he received a total of $420,000 from the company, including a $60,000 bonus. The company falsely recorded those payments as legal expenses. So the question is, who was involved in these payments? We know from a 2015 Trump University deposition that there are only 5 people who have the authority to make financial decisions or sign checks for the organization. Only one of them isn't a Trump. Okay? I'm talking about the President of the United States, his children Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, and the Trump Organization's chief financial officer, Alan Weisselberg. Excuse me. But there's one very important note about Weisselberg. Prosecutors gave him immunity. If one of the president's children was involved in writing these checks to Cohen and therefore involved in trying to silence women before the 2016 election, that would be the beginning of their troubles. So remember this list of at least 16 Trump associates who had contacts with Russia during the 2016 campaign or transition. Remember that? There it is right there. Well, Don Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Jared Kushner are all on it. Donald Trump Jr. was very involved in his father's presidential campaign, attended the infamous June 2016 Trump Tower meeting with Russian lobbyists. When the New York Times first reported the story, Trump Jr., Don Jr., put out an initial statement claiming it had nothing to do with Clinton or the campaign. But then he had to revise his statement several times after it was revealed he agreed to the meeting when offered dirt on Clinton. Remember the emails, right? Here's how he explained it on Sean Hannity in the summer of 2017. Watch this.
Just was sort of nonsensical, inane and garbled, and then quickly went on to a story about Russian adoption and how we could possibly help. I think Jared left after a few minutes. Paul got in his phone.
So around the time of the Trump Tower meeting, Don Jr. also had at least 3 phone calls with Emin Agalarov, the Russian pop star who helped arrange the meeting. Trump Jr. also was briefly introduced to Russian banker Alexander Torshin at the NRA convention. Torshin was the handler of alleged Russian spy Maria Butina. I know it's a lot, so follow along with me. Butina, we've been reporting on. Butina just pleaded guilty today to attempting to infiltrate Republican political circles and influence U.S. relations with Russia before and after the 2016 election. Don Jr. also met with Butina. Now to Ivanka Trump. She is, of course, a White House advisor, White House senior advisor, who always seems to be a part of the important meetings and decisions. But we know before she was in that role, Ivanka was in contact with the wife of the Russian who claimed to have influential connections and offered political synergy to Michael Cohen. Her spokesman confirmed that. She received an email and passed it along to Cohen. Ivanka was also involved in trying to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. Check out these pictures. Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric, in Russia, 2006, working towards their father's goal of eventually building in Moscow. We now know these efforts were still underway when Trump was running for president and, of course, praising Vladimir Putin any chance he got. And then just this week, a new controversy involving Ivanka Trump and her husband and fellow White House senior advisor, Jared Kushner. Yesterday, the president signed an executive order establishing the White House Opportunity and Revitalization Council designed to boost investment in low-income communities through a tax break passed last year. But there are reports that both Jared and Ivanka could make money off this program. If so, that is a major conflict of interest considering they both pushed to get it passed. Kushner has his own contacts with Russians, of course, significant ones at that. He attended that 2016 Trump Tower meeting with Don Jr., and during the transition, he met with then Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak and Russian state banker Sergei Gorkov. There's also a lot of questions surrounding Kushner's ties to the Saudis. He has a close relationship with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and routinely spoke with him, even after the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. My colleague Van Jones asked him about that in October.
What kind of advice have you given MBS in this whole situation?
Just to be transparent, to be fully transparent. The world is watching. This is a very, very serious accusation and a very serious situation, and to make sure you're transparent and to take this very seriously.
Yeah.
So we do not know. We don't know why Kushner is so close with the Crown Prince. But some Democrats want to look into it. Does it all come back to business? We don't know. But we do know President Trump's businesses have accepted a significant amount of money from the Saudi government in the past. There is still so much we don't know, but it is clear the scrutiny surrounding the president's family isn't going anywhere.